Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 10.
Developing now, the Husker volleyball team hoping to win a huge tournament tonight. The Big Red playing in the spikes under the lights, with the winner getting $1 million. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Rod Fowler. The Huskers playing the championship match inside AT&T Stadium in Texas. Let's go right to Sports Director Will Charlton to see where things stand right now. Will?
Hey Rod, after taking down Florida 2-0, the Huskers will now play for a chance at winning $1 million. The top-ranked Huskers took down number 17 Florida in the first match by scores of 21-19 and 21-18. And you might ask yourself, 21? Well, that's what the matches tonight go to in the Spikes Under the Lights showcase, because it's a best-of-3 format. And that currently set up an ongoing match with number 11 SMU, which is just about to start up in the championship. SMU beat number 10 Penn State in 2 straight sets, and Tariah Sigler sealed the Husker win over the Gators with an ace. We'll talk Nebraska's championship match here in a little bit, but in the matchup with the Gators, the Huskers hit .220 as a team while holding Florida to a hitting percentage of just .169. Nebraska also had 23 kills, 26 digs, a pair of aces, and 7 blocks. Florida only recorded 3 blocks in the match. $1 million is on the line between the Huskers and the Mustangs. But once again, these matches are exhibition and do not go toward the overall win-loss record for either of these teams. And Nebraska is about to, we'll send it back to you now.
All right, we'll keep you updated on the Nebraska game. And of course, Will's going to have high school football coverage coming up later in his sports block. Nebraska, as we mentioned, is about to do the championship match, and of course we'll keep you up to date. And the game you're going to have later is Lincoln East and Lincoln Northeast. They played tonight, so stick around for Sports Zone. Let's get back to the Spikes Under the Lights. Some fans showing up tonight to support the Huskers. Several bars and restaurants such as Barry's and the Rail Yard had the big screens on tonight, with Husker fans gathering from all over to cheer on the Big Red. Win or lose, we all know Husker fans are faithful, and with the official season about to get underway, expectations this year, again, are very high.
We just can't imagine not watching every single set that happens.
And how long have you guys been Husker fans?
Since the day we were born.
Husker volleyball fan, I started watching in the 2005 season when they won the championship that year, 2005, 2006. So 20 years watching Husker volleyball.
And that's exactly what separates Nebraska from many other schools. The passion that the fans have for their athletics here is incredible, even when the team is on the road. Now let's get a look at your first forecast on this Thursday night. Here's a live look over Lincoln from our tower cam. We had another nice day today. Lots of sunshine, relatively low humidity, but we've heard this a lot this week. Storms are hitting parts of Nebraska again tonight, and in some cases pretty hard. Here's Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
Yeah, I just got this report from the National Weather Service out of North Platte, just northeast of North Platte by about 20 miles. Outbuildings damaged or destroyed, with parked semi-trailers rolled. And this was at about 8:05 this evening. There was some gusts of wind that were measured over 90 miles per hour as that blew through just north and northeast of North Platte. Now, this is a heck of a storm headed right towards North Platte. And there's severe thunderstorm warnings in place for Keith and Perkins County and also for Hitchcock, Red Willow County until 10:45 because of 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts as that moves towards McCook. And then just on the eastern edge of this, Dawson, Furnace, and Gosper County until 10:45, which again is for wind gusts. It could be 60 to 70 miles per hour. Here's what I'm talking about. This right here, that orangish, yellowish blob right there, that is a wind velocity exceeding 65 miles per hour. And I've seen, in fact, I kind of want to just clear this out. And I'm going to check again, see if this might be a little bit higher. It looks like around 70 miles per hour for wind gusts between Curtis, Cambridge, and McCook, and that is headed right towards McCook. So keeping a really close eye on these storms. If you live anywhere near McCook, I would take shelter now. This is a very dangerous storm.
Developing now, Lincoln police investigating a suspicious death. A body was found west of downtown this morning. Channel 8's Nick Erickson was at the scene talking to police.
Rod, I'm on First and M Street, where this morning local authorities responded to a body that was found in this field right behind me. I talked to Erica Thomas, Lincoln's public information officer, who was able to give me a little bit more information on what went down with authorities.
Around 8:30 this morning, Lincoln police responded to the call of a body found in a field here in the area of 1st and M Streets in Lincoln. When we arrived, responding officers did find a man believed to be in his 50s deceased on the ground. At this point, we are not releasing his identity as we work to notify his family. Based on the nature of the investigation and what investigators have found here at the scene, we're deeming it suspicious at this time as they work more to determine what happened.
Now, keep in mind, this is the same area that a stabbing happened just a few months ago, but police say there is no correlation between the two cases at this time. More information is set to be released within the next day or two, I'm being told, as this is an ongoing investigation and they are alerting the family that was involved. Reporting from 1st and M Street, I'm Nick Erickson, Channel 8 News.
New tonight, a lot of people getting ready for the Nebraska State Fair, which starts tomorrow. There are already booths set up, of course, and the Grand Island Police Department is ready for the influx of people. The Nebraska Public Power District has their booth ready to go. Here's a look at that. They're going to be providing people with information about how public power works for everyone. And GI Police reminding folks, starting tomorrow, there's going to be a lot of traffic delays, so be ready for that. The Nebraska State Fair runs through Labor Day. Well, right now, UNL students are being given a safe way to get around at night. The university offers students vouchers for Uber rides between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m., but not as many of those vouchers were given out as last year. Our Skylar Sears joins us now to explain.
After a busy first semester, UNL's Husker Late Night Ride program is back. The program started last spring, giving students discounted Uber rides between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m. More than 6,000 students claimed vouchers in the spring, accounting for more than 15,000 rides.
Last year, in one semester, we spent $137,000 on Uber vouchers in the spring of this year.
This fall, students will get 3 $8 vouchers, down from 5 $10 vouchers when the program launched. ASUN has about $140,000 in funding for the school year. The new voucher amounts are designed to help that money last through both semesters.
From our statistics and data, 3 for 8 is we felt comfortable being at 3 for 8 to make the program last for this semester and for next semester too.
Schneider says Late Night Ride came from students pushing for a late night transportation option.
Obviously, safety, accessibility, but I just think it's important that we keep students, best interest in mind. And if there's money there for a safety initiative, let's listen to the students.
And now students have another option. The new Husker Share program allows verified UNL students heading in the same direction to share an Uber. Schneider says UNL is just the second university in the country to partner with Uber to offer the program, adding another late night transportation option as the program enters its first full school year.
New tonight, some residents of Legacy Arbors were rocking for a reason this afternoon.
What a beautiful noise coming up from the street.
Bill Crestillo once again this year doing an awesome job of entertaining folks there. It was the 12th annual year of Rockin' for a Reason at Legacy Arbors. It's to raise awareness of Alzheimer's and other dementias and bring in more funds for research to advance treatments and for a cure. Residents there do their part by raising money through a raffle and a bake sale. And coordinators say we're actually making progress in beating this disease.
So right now they're working on cures, and they actually have some for the younger onset where they can take it and it can slow down the process of the Alzheimer's disease going on.
I had the honor of joining the group and rocking for a little while this afternoon. Fun times, and here's proof of that. I want you to look at this. I love it. By the way, all the money they raise goes to the Walk to End Alzheimer's in Lincoln, which is Sunday, September 27th at Victory Park. Stay with us. How the devastating and deadly flooding in Nepal is affecting loved ones living here in Lincoln. We'll have more after the break.
Severe thunderstorm warnings in place for Hitchcock, Red Willow, Gosper, Dawson, and Furnace counties until 10:45. A lot of wind coming with these storms. We'll look a little bit closer at them when we come back.
Tonight, some Lincolnites are rallying around Nepal after horrific flooding there. Terrifying scenes along the Tibet border. At this time, 390 are dead, 1,400 are missing. We just got those brand new numbers. At least 65 American tourists are among those missing, making them the largest group of American tourists to ever go missing in history. The devastating flash floods in Nepal are hitting close to home for the Nepalese community right here in Lincoln. As Danielle Da Silva reports, many are concerned about family and friends there.
Tika Gurung just graduated with an engineering degree from UNL, but back home in Nepal, he studied atmospheric sciences, walking the same mountainous terrain where the flooding was occurring, describing the news as heartbreaking, explaining also how relief efforts in Nepal come with added difficulties.
One thing is that they already lost the road connectivity, so only the means is the aerial, like through the helicopters. Thirds are with the people who are searching for them. Nebraska and the Nepal is totally different in terms of the terrain, in terms of the topography, in terms of the climate.
Adding that it's monsoon season there every year between June and September, but never creating this level of loss. Another Nepalese Nebraskan reacting to the news, Sandeep Sharma, the current president of the UNL Nepalese Student Association, a role focused on helping Nepalese students feel like Lincoln is a home away from home. He says the floods happening in his hometown.
It's the best to one of the most frequently visited tourism site, right? First thing. Second thing, we have a festival tomorrow where people specifically visit that region. So it's also more number of people this time than it's actually supposed to be normally, right? So what we fear most is a whole lot of people might have been stranded on the ways, and we have no idea to know about it because they don't have any kind of telecommunications right now or any kind of internet right now because everything is down.
New tonight, the Lincoln Arts Council celebrating with an award ceremony after overcoming some tough times. Here's video from Lori, one of our citizen journalists. The awards honored over a dozen local artists and studios. The Lincoln Arts Council had to shut down back in 2024 due to losing funding. But Executive Director Robert Goldberg and Associate Director Amanda Hine brought it back. And during that time, Goldberg did it unpaid. They were both honored.
Robert and Amanda took it on their own shoulders to rise from the ashes and bring this beautiful, beautiful, important nonprofit back that is woven into the fabric of Lincoln and helps people heal.
The Lincoln Arts Council also plays a big role in bringing people together and help creative people bond with low-served communities.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
Most of central and eastern Nebraska in the clear for tonight, but there is a nasty storm that is moving directly through southwestern parts of the state of Nebraska, headed right towards McCook. So we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about this. Severe thunderstorm warning for Hitchcock, Red Willow County until 10:45. And then Hitchcock and Red Willow County, this goes until Gosper County's in that one too, that until 10:45, and then Hitchcock, Red Willow County until 10:45 in and around the McCook area. So we do have a couple of different severe thunderstorm warnings. Actually, it's not Hitchcock and Red Willow, that's Gosper and Furnace counties. I think these two got a little mixed up here, but Gosper and Furnace County here, Hitchcock and Red Willow here. Either way, all of these counties are going to see 60, 70 mile per hour wind gusts as that blows through. So kind of a wider view. Look at all of that lightning. Last count, over 500 bolts of lightning just in this area alone. So a severe thunderstorm watch in place until 1 a.m., until midnight here, basically because there could be some winds fill in after the storms roll through that could be on the gusty side. So just kind of a heads up that the wind may not be done even though the main part of the storm has rolled through. So once again in Lincoln, a very quiet evening out there. We're looking at 48th and Cornhusker Highway, ABC seamless cam turning red. Nobody ran through it. Well done. Temperatures right now much cooler where the storms rolled through. 63 in North Platte, 65 in Thedford. Everybody else in the 70s. 76 in Lincoln is one of the warmer spots. 72 in Beatrice as well as Grand Island. 71 in Aurora. 73 in York. Dew points trying to creep up a little bit, but still in the lower 60s for Lincoln and Beatrice. cloud cover, unfortunately, really thickened up with those storms off to the west, blowing all of that cloud cover our way, kind of hindering the being able to see the lunar eclipse. So thanks a lot, thunderstorms. But this is just, again, an amazing line of storms, and you can see it's that got that curve to it. So right rolling through North Platte right now, likely seeing wind gusts in excess of 60 miles per hour. In fact, I tried to get a spot where the wind was going to be high. This kind of updated on me in the last couple of seconds here, so that's unfortunate. But this area right here, anywhere from 50 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts, that orangish, yellowish color. And then as these storms roll through McCook, they will start to increase as that storm blows through. So 50 to 70 mile per hour winds associated with that storm right there. And it'll be done probably about in the next hour. This is 10 to 10:30, 11 o'clock, and it's gone. So by the early 11 p.m., midnight, 1 a.m., it will be out of here. Lingering spot showers in some areas, though, but I think we'll see partly cloudy skies to start your day on Friday. It's looking like most of the state is going to be free and clear of storms Friday until another batch of storms rolls through the North Platte and Valentine areas. Two areas that got hit hard this evening. May see a couple of storms, but these look way weaker. And if there are any severe thunderstorm warnings, it would be up towards O'Neill and Valentine and areas well north. So the level 1 marginal risk is barely clipping northern Nebraska. So here's your forecast for tonight. We're looking at temperatures around the middle 60s, a lot of 64s out there early tomorrow morning, which is a comfortable way to start your Friday. And then Friday afternoon, temperatures in the middle and upper 80s, just the beginning of a warm-up too. Good news is the dew point is going to be tolerable. Bad news is it probably won't be tolerable much longer. In fact, look at this, 94, 97, 93, all of these 90s. Record high I had to check, 103, I believe. So not near, well, actually not too far away, about 5 or 6 degrees. Storm chance is small, but we do have a chance, I think our better chance on Monday, and then the first day of September, a small chance. It looks like we'll eventually cool back down as we head towards next weekend. Hang on a sec. I think I may have gotten another severe thunderstorm warning. Let me check here real quick. Yeah, severe thunderstorm warning for Red Willow County until 11:30. It's moving south at 45 miles per hour. For 80 mile per hour wind gusts. So I'll kind of get that information for you here in just a second. But there is a full moon out there tonight and the partial lunar eclipse tonight. What's the name of the full moon? Is it carp, sturgeon, trout, or walleye? It is fish related. I'll give you that hint.
I'm trying to remember what I read earlier. Is it sturgeon?
Whole lot of fish. I'm going to say walleye.
It is the sturgeon moon.
Yeah.
The partial
Total
eclipse
guess.
peaks at 11:13, so in about an hour.
Still got my memory. All right. Thank you so much, Rusty. We're going to be heading into the sports zone.
Yeah, Rod, I'll have an update on Husker volleyball playing in the championship match against SMU. You see on your screen there, they took down Florida in the first Spikes on the Delight showcase, and a big high school football game in Lincoln tonight. Stay with us.
Sports Zone. Sponsored by Green's Furnace and Plumbing.
Welcome into your Thursday night Sports Zone. I'm Will Charlton. It's been a very busy day for sports in the area. Nebraska volleyball playing in the Spites Under the Lights Showcase, Nebraska soccer hitting the pitch, and high school football week 1 kicking off. The last time we checked, Nebraska currently holds a 7-point lead over SMU, and if they win this set, they will be in position to win that $1 million cash prize in set 2. And once again, Nebraska just 3 points away from winning that first set, have a very nice lead. 7 points can go a long ways this late in a set. Like we were telling you earlier, these matches here at the Spikes Under the Lights only go up to 21 points, and they play a best two out of three match. So Nebraska in prime position to win that set 1 and be in a situation where they get set 2, they're going to get that $1 million cash prize. But if SMU wins set 2, set 3 would go to the usual winner take all 15 points. We'll have a score update coming up in just a little bit once again. Well, week 1 of the high school football season is here, folks, and at Seacrest Field tonight, an all-Lincoln showdown went down between East and Northeast. Incredible atmosphere tonight at Seacrest. You can tell the students and the players were so pumped up to finally get back on the field. Rockets offense looking to take off early. Check out this run by Caleb Polson. Huge gain on the very first play from scrimmage, but it would not lead to any points. Northeast gets a stop after and are on the move again. Zane Scully sends a strike over the middle to Quincy Montoya to put his guys in the red zone. Then to start the second quarter, we have liftoff. Scully to Polson on the wheel route for the touchdown, and it's 7-0. Spartans now looking to respond, and Jake Gertz gets his guys into plus territory with a nice rush. But East has to settle for a lengthy field goal try, and it's right down the middle for Reed Mevis. Ensuing drive for the Rockets, Scully scrambling out, but the ball comes loose, and it's recovered by the Spartans. Huxton Cat comes up with it. Then facing a third and very long, Spartans go screen game. Cat in the reception from Brennan Greesh, and Cat is rumbling, stumbling, bumbling his way into the end zone. How about that? But ultimately, it's Northeast who spoils the home opener as the Rockets win 20-13. Some other high school scores from around the area tonight. Defending Class B champion Wakely taking down Northwest. And the Lincoln Northwest Falcons bouncing back in a big way from the Week 0 loss to Lincoln Standing Bear. They get the better of Omaha Northwest. And with high school sports now underway, we want to make sure all athletes get their time in the spotlight. If you scan the QR code on your screen, you can download the Now Local News app for free. Send in any videos you got of your student athlete, regardless of what sport they play, and you can get paid for doing it. It's the best way to make sure your student athlete gets the attention they deserve this fall, and we'll need your help to showcase the athletes as much as we can. Nebraska soccer also in action tonight as the Huskers hit the pitch of Heidner Stadium against in-state foe Omaha. And it's a victory for Big Red, taking down the Mavericks by a score of 3-0. The Huskers took a 2-0 lead into halftime, thanks to goals scored by Reese Snowden in the 23rd minute. Then later in the 44th minute, Carson Bohanik nets one from the right side to put a bow on this one tonight. How about Bohanik again in the 84th minute? Pretty successful night for Nebraska soccer as the Huskers now move to 2-1-2 and will wrap up non-conference play Sunday night at Kansas State. That game will start at 6:30 p.m. And earlier today, it was announced that the Big Ten softball tournament this spring is returning to Lincoln for the first time since 2013. It was announced earlier today that Rhonda Revelle Field at Bolin Stadium will host the 2027 tournament. Nebraska head coach Rhonda Revelle said, quote, "We are honored that Nebraska and Bolin Stadium have been selected as the host site," and went on to say our staff will take pride in putting on a first-class event. That's going to do it for now on Sports Zone, but once again, when we come back, we will have another score up to see if Nebraska did win that first set, Rod. We'll send it back to you now.
Thank you, Will. And Rusty's going to have a latest on some severe weather out to the west. Stay with us.
Severe thunderstorm warning continues for Gosper, Dawson, and Furnace counties until 10:45 for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Red Willow and Hitchcock until 10:45 for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Those storms are moving south at around 35 miles per hour. This one rather nasty for Red Willow County until 11:30 p.m. This is moving south at 45 miles per hour for 80-mile-per-hour wind gust possibility. We already had a 77-mile-per-hour wind gust blow through McCook. So this storm is quickly moving into Kansas, so we won't have to worry about it too much longer, but still some gusty winds on the other side of that. So because of that, we still have a severe thunderstorm watch just to the north of there because winds are trying to be pulled in towards that storm as it moves south. So more wind gusts are possible as we head through this evening. They will eventually diminish after about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. But that severe thunderstorm watch goes until midnight to the north, 1 a.m. for the southern fringes of southwest Nebraska.
All right, thank you very much, Rusty. Will, quick volleyball update.
Yeah, Rod, the Huskers took set 1, 21-12. One set away. It is now in set 2, and if the Huskers win, they get that $1 million cash prize.
Oh, boy. All right, thank you, Will, and thank you for joining us tonight. Don't forget, Jimmy Kimmel is coming up next. We hope you have a great evening.
Come see us at our new South Point location. Locally owned, comfort-made mattress factory, handcrafted, built right here, and backed with a lifetime comfort guarantee.
Let your voice be heard by sharing your photos and videos to the Now Local News app. Earn points and redeem them for gift cards. Scan the QR code to join.